3 years ago, I posted this video on TikTok, which got close to 10,000 saves. Crazy to think about. And I think close to 350K views. And I think even if my message and how I support women, both in my one-on-one and workshop and group spaces and content online, has evolved over time since then, there's still value. There's still a very juicy framework in there that I wanted to bring here and share with you today. So we're going to dive into 7 steps to build and create the life, the experience of life you want. Talking about specifically what is your next, like think about it now. What is the next thing in your life you're trying to create? You're in the process of building. Okay, so I have my notes ready to dive in. So step 1, clarity on what you want. And not just what you want, because many people get stopped there. Like, I want more freedom, I want more money, I want more love. But why you want it, what you want, and why. Why is important to you in this season of your life? Why is important that you get to experience that? Why do you feel called in that direction? And not just, I want more freedom so I get to travel the world. Get painfully specific. Get more specific as you can, because that helps you uncover so many things we think we know and inherently we know, but it's so much better when you get to name it, to frame it, to speak, to express it out loud. That helps to sharpen your clarity, because sometimes you think you want something for a reason, and then as you start to get deeper, you're like, oh, wait, maybe this is the reason why I want to create this. And your why is important because clarity and anchoring in your why is what keeps you moving forward and staying consistent, even when it gets tough, even when it's harder, even when challenges arise. Because in any season of growth, anytime you're stretching beyond what it is that you know, what it is that it's comfortable right now, there's going to be challenge, because you're literally growing into something that, into a place, a version of you you don't know yet. You haven't been there yet. You haven't been her yet. So it's going to be uncomfortable. All right. So step 1, what you want and why you want it. Step 2, what is the feeling? What is the feeling that you want to experience? Because let's say you want freedom, so you get to travel and spend more time with your loved ones or go on an adventure. Why you want it and what is the feeling that you're after. Maybe it's something you haven't experienced as much lately and you're craving that. Maybe it's feeling healthy, feeling alive, feeling expressed, fully expressed, feeling happiness, fulfillment, satisfaction. Well, expressed perhaps isn't a feeling, but what feeling fully expressed in that example, how it makes you feel. So zoom in on the feeling, because we are emotional beings. We're always driven by desires and feelings, right? So what is the feeling you want to experience? Because once you are clear with that, you start to pay attention to how that feeling is already present in your life. And if it's not as clear yet, it's your job to make it clear, because I guarantee that, and to some degree, you're already experiencing that feeling in your life. So go and search for it, because what we pay attention to inevitably grows, expands, amplifies, because our attention is power. Our attention carries life force, which on so many levels, it starts to feed that reality, that change, that leap, that courage to make the leap that you are trying to build inside of you and what you're trying to build on the outside. Okay. So, step two, what is the feeling that you want to experience? Whether it's something you haven't felt so much lately or it's something you want more of. All right. Step three connects to this very naturally, which is gratitude. As you start to pay attention and to notice how this feeling, this experience, it's already present in small pockets in your life. And if it's not super clear, go search for it. How can you spot it? Like a treasure hunt. It's pretty natural to start feeling grateful. And it's also, we get to train that muscle. Start feeling more grateful for how that feeling is already in your life. Feeling grateful for who you are already, for how far you've come already, for everything you've built so far. Because it's very easy to forget that and just get focused on the prize and forward. I've always been a forward movement person, oriented towards, all right, now what's next? Next level, next thing. Let's go. But actually being grateful for where you are and all the steps you've taken already, it contributes to fueling your growth towards your next steps, towards your next big thing. So practice gratitude. I know it's easy to overlook it, but make it a priority, like a daily practice. Choose a daily practice. There are so many ways you can practice gratitude. You can pick a time in your day where you write 3 to 4 to 5 to 10 to 100 things you're already grateful for. Set an alarm on your phone that reminds you a couple times a day, just like a gratitude alarm. It goes off and you're like, okay, what are 3 things up top of my mind I can be grateful and feel and connect to gratitude for it right now? Okay. Step 4, choose in alignment. Start choosing in alignment, because when we are, of course, building a bigger life, stepping into stretching and stepping into a bigger life, we're also stretching and stepping into a bigger, newer version of ourselves. And of course, that version of yourself chooses differently. It's likely that she has different priorities for this season to make that happen. She's prioritizing something different. It's likely that she has different daily habits. So get creative, tune into her. So if you are that version of you, if you are stepping into that identity, what are choices, like tiny ones, like your morning routine? How can you restructure parts of your day, start small, and then build from there to align how you're choosing, how you're showing up, the little challenges that stretch you every day that you get to choose to really make that new identity your new baseline. So it becomes normal. It starts to feel familiar. It starts to feel you. All right. Because so many times it's just about awakening what you already have inside, who you already are, tapping up into the gifts and the resources you already have and becoming more of that, coming more alive as you. All right. Step 4, grace. Grace towards the parts of you that perhaps you are outgrowing, perhaps you have already outgrown, but have carried you so far. They've done the work, they showed up. And yes, you might be in a season where you realize how they're still creating. I never liked the word blocking, but sometimes it's the word that we understand the most, right? We can talk about contraction. It creates contraction in how you show up, but on a general level, they're kind of blocking, right? Who you are becoming because they're clinging to what feels safe. Of course, it's biology, it's natural, it's normal. So it's important to show grace towards those parts of you, show grace toward all the ways you are not choosing and being and doing in the ways you can already see yourself doing in the future, embodying in the future, and lead those parts with compassion, with leadership, not with shame. Because shame only adds more friction, only creates more resistance. We grow from feeling tended to, nurtured. We grow from love, from being seen. And we need to be the first one who gets to see all of us and feel accepted as we are already. Step 6, connected to this, embrace all of you. Embrace all of you. Embrace your weird. Embrace your quirks. Embrace the parts of you that perhaps as you were growing up were shamed, were judged too much, not enough, too loud, too intense, too emotional, too this, not enough of that. You have to be the first one, courageous and compassionate, that embraces all of those parts, reclaims all of those parts that, because in such a tender age, we're shamed, where like, if I show this part, this part of me, I won't belong, I won't be accepted. It's very easy to shun those parts and shrink them and just keep them away. But there's power in those aspects of you. You are gifted. You are a unique cocktail of personality traits, of experiences, of gifts. And if you're here to build a bigger life, to make a contribution to this planet, to the earth, whatever is the cause that lights you up, that is laced into your purpose, it's you got to bring all of you to the table. It's your responsibility to create wholeness from within, because you are already whole. You are already enough. So it's your job to rewire the belief that all of you gets to be seen and all of you is enough. Last one, for so many, this is the hardest, and I get it, the attachment. Releasing the attachment to the result. And more specifically, what achieving the result means about you. What you make achieving the result mean about you. Because, and this ties it all together, you're already worthy. The results, whether you achieve that exact results, goal, whatever, or something bigger, it doesn't alter, it doesn't increase your value as a human being, it doesn't change your worth. This is deeply embedded, but it's our job to make this crystal clear. You are already worthy. Whether you achieve it or not doesn't change how worthy you are. You're worthy because you're alive. And for as long as you're going to be alive, what drives you inherently into wanting more, into wanting to build a bigger life, and going after the next thing? It's not, well, when it's polluted when it's conditioned by society, it's because we don't feel worthy, so we need to prove through achievement. But when it's healthy, you still have that drive because you're alive. And we're here, we're creators. We're here to create. Don Miguel Ruiz, in the book The Four Agreements, which is one of my favorites, but in all of his books, he always says this: we're creators. We're here to create. We're natural artists of our life. So bring all of you to the table. Remember that you're already worthy, and what is driving you is your life force. It's your aliveness. You're here. So it's natural that soul, your heart, your purpose is always going to point you to the next thing that makes you grow, to the next way you can learn. And often that works through challenges, through stretching yourself all the time, growing past the comfort, the infamous comfort zone. Your soul, your heart is always going, I'm going to repeat this, point you toward the next thing because it wants you to grow. It wants you to expand and evolve as much as you can in this lifetime. All right, y'all. That's all I have for today. I hope this was helpful. I trust this message is going to find the person, the woman who needed this reminder today. Let me know which of the 7 steps landed the most for you. You felt like, I need some more of this. Let me know. I'm curious. And if you don't know, I'm Marina, and I'm here to remind you that you're not too late, you're not behind, you're on divine, perfect time. See y'all next time.